By the time my dad said it, the gravy had already cooled into a skin. Either move into the laundry room or leave. Said, not looking at me. He was carving the turkey too carefully, like precision could make the sentence reasonable. Someone laughed. Aunt, maybe me. Brother leaned back in his chair, arms crossed, mouth already curling. You get it right, said like he was explaining a joke I'd missed. Looked at the table, the paper snowflakes taped to the window, the uneven place settings I'd fixed, twice the wine glasses I'd bought because the old ones were chipped and made guests nervous. No one was watching me closely enough to notice I hadn't touched my food. Stood up, pushed my chair in, put on my coat. No one stopped. That's the part people imagine differently later. Outside it, the air felt clean, in a way it never does. In December I sat in my car for a minute, hands on the wheel, not crying, not shaking, just emptying out. When I drove away I didn't feel dramatic, I felt efficient. Didn't announce anything, I didn't send a message explaining myself. I slept on a friend's couch, then another. I went to work, I answered emails. Life continued, just quieter. My dad's house, things continued too badly. I didn't know that yet, I only knew what wasn't happening. No one texting me to ask where the router password was, no one asking if I'd paid the electric bill, yet no one asking if the insurance renewal had gone through. Those things had never been assigned to me, they'd just happened. I was good with forms, I had a head for dates, I didn't mind waiting on hold. Never been thanked for any of it, which meant it wasn't considered work. It was just something the house did, like breathing. On the third day me phone rang, I let it go to voicemail. On the fourth day there were 2 missed calls and a text. Can you call me? Something's wrong with the account. I didn't answer. Memory started doing that thing it does when you finally stop running, bringing back small scenes and asking you to look at them again. The time my dad handed me a stack of mail without comment and said, "You're better with this stuff." The way my brother never learned how much anything costly that it got paid. Annual Christmas argument about money where everyone insisted it was tight while assuming it would somehow still work out. Worked out because I made it work. The external world noticed before my family did. Envelope arrived at my friend's place, forwarded from my old address. Me name was on it. Nut, my dad's, not the household's, mine. Final notice. Sat on the edge of the bed and laughed once quietly, not because it was funny but because it was so clean and institution neutral, and Boradad recorded the truth accurately. Hadn't imagined my role, I hadn't exaggerated it, the system knew. That evening me dad called again, picked up this time. His voice was different, thin, hurried, reaching. "Hey," he said, "so there's been some confusion. Respond, silence has weight when you stop filling it for other people. We got a letter," he continued, "about the house, and your brother says maybe you were," he stopped, recalibrating, "were you paying for some of it?" Some of it. Pictured the laundry room, the humming machines, the way the door never quite closed all the way. "Yes," I said. There was a pause, not dramatic, practical numbers rearranging themselves in his head. "For how long?" he asked. "A while." Another pause, longer this time. "Well," he said, finally trying to sound calm, "we should talk about getting you back, obviously." Back where? He didn't say the laundry room, he didn't say sorry, he said obviously, like the solution had always been there and we'd both temporarily misplaced it. "Not coming back," I said, my voice surprised. Mate was steady, not sharp, just finished. Started to say my name, then stopped, authority drained out of the moment, leaving logistics behind. "Then we need to know what to do," said, and there it was, the shift, not explosive, not theatrical, control, moving hands without anyone applauding. "I'll send you a list," Said of what I was covering due dates contacts after that it's yours. He exhaled okay. Snot please not thank you but okay was close enough to acknowledgement that I didn't correct him. Sent the list the next morning. It was longer than I remembered. I didn't add commentary, didn't explain why I didn't soften it. Brother texted later just one line. Didn't know you were doing all that. Respond knowledge isn't the same as recognition, and recognition doesn't always lead anywhere useful. The house didn't collapse, that's important. Figured it out, they adjusted. Dad learned to sit on and hold my brother, learned the price of things which annoyed him more than I ever had. No one apologized cleanly, no one admitted the power dynamic out loud. But the smirk never came back. Sometimes late at night I think about how easily I left, how little drama it took. I wonder what that says about me, about how ready I was. Win anything, didn't take revenge, didn't teach a lesson that anyone will retell. Just stopped paying for a system that required my invisibility to function. Now, when I buy groceries, it's for myself. When I pay a bill, it has my name on it. When I leave a room, I don't have to wonder who will notice. Feels like dignity, quiet and celebrated. Enough.